This week on the Wildcat Report, an enchanted evening at the CenturyLink. Show choir parents put on a performance of their own. This week's Junkstock and Sports Corner with Will Morris. Good morning, Wildcats. I'm Hadfield.
And I'm Elaina Ewing, and this is the Wildcat Report. This last Saturday was prom.
It was an enchanted evening for many. Tess and Trevor were there to report.
Welcome to Prom 2017, an enchanted evening.
Prom, the one night everyone gets dressed up and ready to dance the night away.
So I get to see you guys when you look pretty and all dapper in your suits, and that's nice. And get to say hello to everyone. So.
This year, the theme was Enchanted Evening, where you spent the night under the stars.
It was really good. I like the theme this year a lot because it was very different from everything that they've done before, and I thought they did it really, really well, especially with all the lights, and the background was really cool.
Prom includes a DJ, a photo booth, dancing, and prom royalty.
And your king is Reeve Johnson.
I was actually really surprised to win because there were a lot of show choir people, and I know that show choir has a big support group, and I honestly thought that the show choir people would dominate and win it all, but I don't know, it was different having, a tennis player. It's not something that's ever happened, so that was pretty cool.
After prom is over, all the fun is taken back to the school, where they host post-prom. This year, it was gamed theme, where you could play life-size games along with bounce houses and even a hypnotist.
It was really fun. I played a lot of blackjack this year, which I hadn't done in years past, so that was a cool experience.
Prom was a night under the stars and a new page in the book.
We hope everybody had a fun and safe prom this year, and thank you to Student Council and Ms. McEnany for organizing the event.
The show choir season finale was April 7th. To conclude the show, the parents put on their own performance for their kids.
As the show choir season comes to an end, the parents have one more trick up their sleeve, a performance by them. The performance was composed of all three of the show choir shows, and a little extra pizzazz.
So the senior dance captains and WIG all got together and we choreographed different parts of each of the three show choir shows, and then we made it a little bit easier because it's parents.
The parents even reenacted the solos from West in the Groove's routine.
When I do my solo, Daniel Simmerly is behind me moving the chair, and I sit in the chair because I'm singing a jazzy kind of solo, and for the parent dance. My parents kind of recreated that, and my mom was in the chair, and my dad was pushing her.
When Madeline's parents did her solo, it was really fun to watch them, and everyone else around. Everyone looked like they were having a good time in that song, I guess.
Due to nationals this year, they were cut short on time for preparation.
The students guided us through two practices, 2 hours each, so we only had 4 hours to practice, and you could tell it was not very good.
Even though it was cut short, the parents and students enjoyed it just as much as they always have.
I think the most fun was just hanging out with the rest of the parents and just kind of goofing off at the practices, and then the performance was fun too.
It was interesting. It's interesting every year, but they didn't get a lot of time to practice. But it's supposed to make them look dumb anyways. So.
Even though there were some rough points, they all had fun and finished the year off with a bang. This has been Emily Torring and Tess with the Wildcat Report.
Junkstock was this past weekend, and there was music, food and junk.
We go to Tess with Junkstock.
This past weekend, Junkstock was held at Sycamore Farms, and people filed in to see all the festivities.
I decided to come just because it's a really fun thing to do with my friends, and they have a lot of cool things I can play.
Junkstock was started in 2012 by Sarah Alexander, who wanted to have something in Omaha that involved pickers and artists.
It's kind of just started as a small little dream that's kind of blossomed into this huge event where people come from all over the country and over 200 vendors. So we just really wanted to have something kind of fun and unique in Omaha, and I think we've accomplished that.
Junkstock has food, drinks, junk, and even a live band. Some vendors have been at Junkstock for a long time, but for others, this is their first time.
They've done Junkstock for the past six Junkstocks, and they closed in January, and so we recently, this week actually, bought the company with our investor and family friends, Chris Snyder and Dan Ladsenheiser. And so Junkstock is our first really event, and at the moment we just have a coffee cart to do graduation parties, events, weddings, that kind of thing.
Junkstock may be over now, but they will be open again from June 9th to June 11th. This has been Tess with the Wildcat Report.
Spring sports at Millard West are in full swing.
The Wildcats are raking in those W's and those L's. We go to Sports Corner with Will Morris.
Morning Wildcats, I'm Will Morris and you're watching Sports Corner. We're going to start with rugby. They beat Gretna 31-19 in their last game. They play again today versus Sioux City at 5.
Honestly, we just gotta give it our all, give it 110% every time we're at practice or on the field during a game. We gotta trust each other, gotta trust the process, believe in each other, believe in our coaches, and give it our best effort.
And pivoting over to baseball now, the Wildcats have won their last 2 consecutive games. They beat Creighton Prep 2-0 and Millard North 5-3. They're 10-5 on the year now, and when we were recording this, they were actually beating Benson 9-0 in the first round of the Metro Tournament.
I think we have a lot of talent this year. We're obviously the best team in the state, but we're not playing like it right now. I think we just need to get in the batting cages more, take more batting practice, and then practice a lot harder during the season.
And in soccer news, the boys won 2-1 against Omaha Burke. That built them up to 8-2 on the year.
We need to come together as a team and be more aggressive on the field and listen to what our coaches are telling us.
And for girls, they're now 9-1 on the year after beating Omaha Marion 3-1 on Wednesday. They'll next play Papillion La Vista on the road on April 17th.
With the loss to Kenzie Coons, what kind of impact does that have on your team?
She brings a lot of heart to our team, so I feel like even though she's not being able to play, she still brings it and helps our team be motivated for all practices and games.
And finally, we'll go with track and field. The girls, they won the Grand Island Invitational with 237.5 points. They carried 11 out of the 18 events, and that is the most points they've ever scored in a track meet. Congratulations to them. The boys got second at Grand Island, scoring 105 points. Both teams will race again today at Omaha Burke.
We need to figure out where we need to score points as a team. So I know in our field events we need to score more points. So we just need to figure out how we can place higher in all the events that we do.
In order for us to improve this year in track, I think we need to run more as a team together, not just on workouts, but on runs on the road. And I feel like if we run more miles together and at a faster pace and do the workouts and hit the times, we should be able to improve.
That's all we got for Sports Corner today. I'm Will Morris. Have a great day, Wildcats.
All right, that's all we have this week. I'm Corey Hadfield.
And I'm Elaina Ewing, and this has been the Wildcat Report. Have a great weekend, Wildcats.